Good morning, good morning, good morning. MJ here. Okay. Sorry, couldn't get to y'all. I tried my best. It was hell week last week. Uh, but a lot going on for me. Meeting last week I had to go to and had to travel a little distance to get there. But anyway, felt like the other side of the world. It should have been. Um, but anyway, um, it's just last week was a tough week. Uh, as you all know, I took my mom uh, to her uh, biopsy last Monday, I believe it was, and she's got a doctor's appointment on the 16th. So I'm going to try and start with you guys and just work through this kind of quick. Today is November the 13th, which we did, and all of you know, we had a new moon today in Scorpio, and I'll be talking about that. And let's see, what else do we need to talk about? I'm just going to try and ignore the phone this morning. I don't want to hear that son of a gun ring. Um, so I'm just going to focus with uh, what's going on with the readings. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to turn um, my phone. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn the sound off. Um, so I don't have to be bothered with it. I'll turn it back on when I need to. Like I said, we're gonna have the new moon today. We had it this morning on my time at 4:28 this morning. Uh, Early. It was early in the morning. So you, like I said before, the day starts when the sun rises. Okay, so the sun had not rose yet on my side. Um, and so that begins the new day. So it's still on sort of Sunday, early in the early morning hours, and that day is ruled by the sun. The nighttime of it was ruled by Jupiter. It was during the hours of the sun. So I just kind of want to let you know that. So let me go ahead and get this up. Um, okay, I think that's kind of got it where I want it. All right. Now let's go ahead and go over. All right, Libra. There we go. As you can see right here, I've got the Thanksgiving theme up because we're going to have Thanksgiving uh, in the next 2 weeks um, to this. So I'm going to just show you here. We did have the sun conjuncting with the moon at 20 degrees in Scorpio. In your first house, though, in the house of self, all right, we have Venus here, which is the ruler of Libra. Uh, and so she's looking for peace and harmony here. Um, but that depends on what maybe from the past. Because she's in a square right now. And she's in a square, as you can see right here, with Vista. And Vista's in retrograde and will be until February. February the 8th, as a matter of fact, at 4:44 a.m. my time, is when she will go direct. Vista will go direct. Now, what is Vista? Vista's meaning in astrology is the keeper of the spiritual flame. It represents the sacred feminine creative energy that allows you to dedicate yourself to aspirations, plans, and goals. Now, the 12th house is usually known as those aspirations and goals. Your 12th house is ruled by Virgo. And where is the ruler of Virgo? It is in Sagittarius because the ruler is Mercury. But it's also often known that Chiron rules that as well, because Virgo's kind of the natural healer. Vista shows where you have a nun-like devotion to a cause, a project, a person, or a belief that is sacred to you. So there's something here with it being retrograde. Always look at retrogrades as we reassess something here, reassess our goals, reassess our beliefs, reassess our that energy that we dedicate ourselves to. Um, Something keeps rubbing here, driving me nuts. But it's in a square. So there, when I say square, squares are challenges, they're stumbling blocks or building blocks, and it's up to you how you handle this challenge or building something here. And it also shows how, in the way that you're handling this, it shows what you're like on the inside and how you're dealing with something here about yourself, those aspirations, those goals, people, all these things where there is a spiritual flame. A lot of, gosh almighty, a lot of people aren't as spiritual. I mean, they just don't believe, and that's okay if you don't. But there is this challenge going on here. And Jupiter is sextiling over to Vista as well, as you can see here. It's showing a sextile. Venus is sextiling to Mercury because it's definitely doing with something here with your 12th house. 12th house is usually a representation of karma, loss, gains. Well, with Venus, it's loss and gains, and she's coming out of Virgo, where she was in a fall in Virgo, meaning that she was opposite, where she was in the sign of her exaltation, which would have been Pisces, which has to deal with your goals, your aspirations. I kind of feel like there's something here where you feel this karmic loss of something in those things that you believe, or things that you in your daily life that you aspire to, or you're trying to reach something here, an achievement of some sort, and how you dedicated yourself to maybe the plans for the day, or your work for the day, your duties, because the sixth house is about our daily duties. It's also about animals. It's so much entailing with the sixth house. But it has to do with the work and the health and improvement, and how you plan things, and how you want to, like I said, reach certain aspirations of your goals. And with Venus being in that house of your 12th house, it's kind of feeling like a loss of something here. And now it's in the self, so you're looking at the self. And with that square, you may be, because also, I got to say, Mercury's going to go retrograde here in this house of Sagittarius, and it will be going in a shadow period. So you will be probably, more than likely, as Venus is getting closer here with the South Node, the retrograde's going to occur. Well, it will occur in Capricorn and go back into Sagittarius. So whatever you're doing now that you aspire in this new moon, this new lunar cycle, that you may are being driven to accomplish, or what you believe, or something here, your desires, because that is what Scorpio is in your second house, whether it be with taxes or monies. But there's that desire to gain something here. And there could be, with this new moon that we're having, is maybe it's time to put something to rest here. Whatever you've been battling, or Scorpio has a tendency of being very jealous, very envious, driven, and Mars is the ruler of it. But the moon being there is in a fall. Now, again, same thing with Venus being in the fall in your 12th house in Virgo. The moon being in a fall in Scorpio, it's exalted in Taurus. But in Scorpio, it feels this sort of dishonor. Um, and you're focused to that emotionally. There's, with the sun, is a focus toward that area. Usually the eighth house has to deal a lot with what we share with others. It's also about secrets. But yours is ruled by Taurus, which is a fixed sign. It's about death and regeneration. But with Scorpio, Scorpio creates that death. So, or you're either going to look at regenerating something, but there's an opposition here because the sun in opposition to Uranus, there could be sudden changes that are coming about. And Uranus is feeding that energy back into the moon here. All that's in opposition. And the moon, it's in opposition to Uranus. Mars in opposition to Uranus. You don't want these sudden changes that are going to take place, and it could be very unexpected sudden changes. And you could rebel about these things, but oppositions is giving you the capacity to have this awareness and objectivity, and it's consciously facing of relationships with bringing that illumination out, illuminating, or there's frustration here in some way. But again, with Scorpio, it's like it's a fixed energy as well as Taurus is, and it's sort of like when it's a fixed energy, it's almost like my way or the highway. It's either going to be my way or the highway. You can go where I can go, whatever. It's a bad attitude to take, I can tell you that. And don't seek vengeance here because, spiritually, Divine says, no, vengeance is mine. And that's more or less the universe because whatever you do here can create bad karma for yourself and create a loss. Now, Jupiter being there is trying to, and sextiling Vista is trying to help the best it can. Both of them being retrograde, I still look at retrogrades as retrospect, where we look back, where we've been, what we've done. Are we still want this growth? Do we still want expansion? Am I going to act the same way? Am I going to feel with Uranus? It's sudden changes. It's shaking, earth shaking, sort of. But right now it's having some difficulties, shaking things up, or not wanting to really maybe shake things up too much. Being cautious because we have Mercury in a square to Saturn, and Mercury sextiling Venus. You got to think. And we also have these trions from this new moon over to Neptune retrograde. About what we believe. What are we trying to, Neptune is sometimes known as escapism. Neptune is spiritual. It has where you have these spiritual visions. Again, it's connected in some way there with Vista, their aspirations, the spiritual side of life. And it's about the imagination and the psychic ability to go beyond the materialistic realm. And also with glamour and illusions are negative. Um, you don't, it can be sort of not seeing what you believe of something here. You're not, that it's what illusions you may have, or if there's something escaping to something here more glamorous, an illusion that's not really real. Is it real or is it not real? And it's also, with Neptune, it's known like best thing here is people escape and watch movies. They watch romance movies or something like this when they just want to escape the pain or something here. Um, because they could be so frustrated with things and the way that things happen. Uh, drugs, alcohol, these sort of things. Neptune deals with the the emotions in a way. Um, to not see something, if life has been, a lot of people, if life has been so negative or things have not been good, people try to escape to something mentally or emotionally to release, to not dwell in it. And it's, you know, um, it could be coming on the creative side as well in some ways. It's often referred to a lot with uh, the um, the movie industry or music or how you relate with it, the artistic side. But there's a limit to some of us with skills. If we don't have the talent or the skills to uh, go into that area, that we can escape into it, and we're limited in our skills, then we have to work it out in another way. And some people do, unfortunately, turn to alcohol and drugs to not look at the reality of things. And right now, Neptune in a quincunx, as you can see right here in your first house, this could be, kind of difficult, because it shows with quincunx, as it shows, there's decisions and adjustments that's got to be made here, between the energies. Something from the past. Um, the past has always said we secrete it out, we get rid of it, whatever it is. Um, this can be a number of things with Neptune. Um, letting go of maybe old goals, old aspirations, old things that just, you know, that haven't worked out. And if you look at it with consciousness and awareness, with objectivity, and know I can't live in an illusion anymore. That, yeah, maybe back in the past it was all, everything was glamorous. It was it was like a fairy tale. And now all of a sudden you might be looking at it more in the realistic way, and Uranus being retrograde is shaking you up to those things. Yeah, that was all an illusion. That wasn't reality you was living. And now it's time to look at the reality, because the sextile from Uranus over to Neptune to Pluto. What is it in your home life here? Because we're looking at the fourth house. That while Pluto was in that fourth house was very destructive. It just come in and just said, this ain't right. This is not reality. And I'm going to just destroy everything here to wake you up, shake you up, and make you see something here. And I told you, or I've said to others before, that there was this sextile to Mercury, but now it's gone. That connection to the illusion of something. Now you're having to, I feel, face something here about the future, because this new moon is saying, hey, You need to focus on the future. You need to take some action toward the future. And Chiron is there. You've got to heal some sort of wounds here that you have. That maybe you have subconsciously buried deep down inside of you, but it's now a reality sinking in. Of what has been destroyed, either by your own hand or by others in your life that you've given your power over to them and their influence in some way. I've been saying to a lot of people, it's time we take our power back of our own life. And I've been saying this for years. We cannot live our lives to satisfy others. And I really feel like this is what this new moon is about. It's seeing something with a 2020 vision, perfect vision of what we need to do. Because something here with the past and your illusions, your aspirations, your goals didn't work out. Didn't work out the way some of us plan. And especially for you, and this being in your first house, you may be waking up to something here that whatever I aspired to, or whatever dreams or visions of things I had in the past, it's like it's like these energies of Uranus and Neptune and Pluto has just come in and woke you up, just slapped you silly and said, it's time for you to wake up. It is time for you to get out of this Disney fairy tale or this illusion you've been living in for so long. Because I'm speaking about back all the way to possibly 2009, 2010, when Neptune came into your fourth house, and it's just like whatever you were doing for the past 13 years or 10 years, it's like, wake up. This is not real. And sometimes people have a very difficult time realizing and kind of shaking the marbles out of their head and saying, holy crap, what have I been for the last, what have I been thinking? It's a wake-up call. And these three planets really being sextiling each other, it's like they're helping each other to wake the mind, the body, and the heart up and say, what have you done? This is your reality now. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you planned for the future? Is this where you really wanted to be? And maybe there's some cold, hard truths here to see something. Now, on the 20th of this month, which is 7 days from today, is where you need to start and begin to set your intentions for the future. Where is it you really want to be, Libra? Where is it you really want to aspire to? What is it you're really, really wanting here? What dreams you have, what goals you have, but real ones, not fantasies or illusions. A lot of times, I've been talking in the past about how, we get caught up in the illusion of life and we set goals too high, knowing we're not able. It's almost like self-sabotage, where we set these goals so high that we know we're going to fail. There's no way you can sit there and say, yeah, I have dreams and visions and all this other kind of stuff, but I live in reality. What is it I want that I want to work toward that I can accomplish? I mean, it's like I would love to be a singer, or I would love to be this or that other, but I can't sing. So I'm not going to set a goal up there that I can't achieve. So now it's like I'm not. I'm saying a lot of us are waking up here, but just in different ways. And the fourth house is about the security for you. Maybe you dreamed of being, and I'm saying this only because of Vista up here in your 10th house. And the 10th house is about the career. It's the direction, your life goals, your prestige, your position, your reputation. And right now, there's a square, and there's no peace and harmony here to it. And the mind is finally waking up because there's a disconnect from these outer planets of Uranus and Neptune and Pluto. It's like you've been in a dream, and all of a sudden somebody just threw cold water on you and said, "Wake the hell up!" I mean, really. You're now going to realize that there's limits there, and can we face those limits? It's the best example I could give with myself was back when I had open heart surgery in 2003. My mind was there. I still had my goals and my dreams, but my body was like, no, you can't do that anymore physically. And I'm like, okay. So what I had to do, and it was hard. It was hard for someone who was a go-getter. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it moving. Let's fix this. Let's do that. Look at the situations because I'm a Virgo, and let's look at it and analyze. Let's see what the problem is. Let's fix it. How are we going to achieve it? Got to put the work in. Got to put the effort in. And it was like go, 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 go. And all of a sudden, my body says, no, you can't do that anymore. Okay, that was the most difficult thing for me, was to realize I was not capably physical to go about the way I used to go. So after a couple of years, 3 years, because something with open heart, and I don't know about anybody else, but I did question this with my doctor about it. How many other people have experienced something here where they could not sleep? They could not rest. I remember back in those days, I would be up for 3 days in a row. I could not sleep. And I was like, why? And there was no answer for me. Now, with Mercury being in this square to Saturn, yes, there's limitations being placed. Not quite sure in this, but there's something here where there's restrictions and limits and walls because, Saturn is karma. Saturn is the rules and regulations that we have to live by in society. We have to be responsible people and accountable to ourselves and our own moral conduct or our own responsibilities in life. We got to pay the bills. We got to buy the bacon. We got to cook it. We got to, all those things we got to do. But and we got to just do things and grow up. We're not, when we get a certain age, we got to stop thinking like a child. We can't go into the fantasies of the illusions anymore, the storybooks. Unless you are a writer and you can publish books and stories, or you have this imagination that, and this is with Mercury in this area of Sagittarius, it is definitely about expanding the mind, exploring the possibilities. uh, Third house, communication. What are you passionate about? And the only thing I'm seeing here right now, with fire, is the future, healing something for the future, because Chiron is healing those wounds, and I see some things here that I will talk about when I get into the cards, but definitely, definitely about our expansion and our growth with you. Um, who can you expand with? Who can you um, grow with? Who can be that other side to help you in achieving some things? Um, be cautious. Don't use people. I would say that is just don't be jealous of other people. I'm not a jealous person to some degree. We all have a little bit of jealousy in us. I'm not gonna deny that. I mean, I have some too, but I'm not one that's jealous of somebody getting a new car or somebody getting this or that or new home or whatever. It just inspires me to work a little harder, because most people that do that, they live in those worlds. It's not good. I'm gonna tell you that it's not good, because then there's lying, cheating, stealing, deception, all that stuff. And it's secrets and everything, and it's an ugly world to live in. And I don't want to live in that type of world. Not going to. So anyway, then we're going to have that full moon on the 27th. Not sure what day that is. It's on a Monday. And the 23rd, I believe, is when we have Thanksgiving, and the sun will move into yeah, I think the 23rd is Thanksgiving. And the sun will move into um, Sagittarius at that time, and I'll do a video on that as well. But just know that this moon is going to come it's in conjunction here, but it will pass the sun, and then it will come into this contact with Mars. This could be a very difficult day. Very difficult day. You may end the day with sort of feeling challenged here by late in the evening on the East Coast, and struggling somewhat emotionally with what you feel. Okay? Because you got to make some decisions here about your future. And it's dealing with the past. I mean, if you look at this, all this energy that's feeding to the North Node, it's like you're focused there to the future. But if you don't heal some things and deal with some things that you have to let go of about yourself, you've got to work on healing yourself. And we need to know, don't expect, those that have gone through so much, like myself, in the past, I didn't look for relationships to help heal me. I had to heal me, work on me. That's why I shied away and stayed away from relationships, because I don't look that relationships could. You got to heal yourself. And those people that go around thinking that, oh, I'll just get in a new relationship and that'll make it better and everything will be hunky dory and all this. No, that's like going on a trip with dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? You just bringing that past baggage right along with you. So please don't drag someone else in you're still not in a good place at all. All right. So, um, let's go to the last part of the day that we will be here is when now the moon moves into Sagittarius. Like I said, it's going to be a rough day. Um, and this is going to be around 10:27, 10:30 on the East Coast. But you're still going to carry this energy of the sun and Mars. It's still connected to the moon. And these emotions are going to be on your mind. You're going to be thinking about them. And we do see now that with this energy, with this connection, Pluto is now in this sextile, or the moon is now in this sextile with um, the moon. I mean, with Pluto. The moon is, so you're going to be feeling something here. And Pluto is about death and rebirth, regeneration. You know, after things have kind of just have fallen apart, um, maybe it's time to put things, and like I said, you know, kind of getting a feel here of things that need to be mended. Enough damage has been done in some way. We all, you know, whether it's really major or whether it's, um, if you've been working on these things and you've been going on them, you know, I give you high fives. You know, great. That's awesome. You've been putting the effort in. You've been doing things. You've been making changes. That's great. But if you haven't, this is the ones I have um, um, worry about. Those that have not been doing the work. And if you want to carry grudges, guess what? It ain't going to serve you in the future. It's just going to harm you. All right. So, let's go over to. I do want to say one thing. If you like the videos, please give them a thumbs up. Okay, I would appreciate it. And also, if you would subscribe, would be even better for the channel. Helps with the algorithms. And if you get something out of this and it helps you in healing and mending and waking up and dealing with things, please feel free to comment below. I try to answer everything I can, the best I can, to help. Because when you've been there, you know how difficult life can be. So let's go into the cards now, and let's see. Like I said, they're all there, but I'm not looking at them. Haven't seen them. So I'm going to be just as surprised as you are through all this. Like I said, I tried to get y'all's done last week, but it was almost impossible and bearable for me. The situation you've got going on is the Nine of Cups. I don't do reversals because there's enough bad crap in the tarot to say, you know, why do I need to turn something around? I feel like it's a manipulation. This is Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is, uh, especially with Venus, Jupiter. Let me see my doesn't show it there. But when it comes in with it can be very expansion and growth in your belief system. This is a reference to expansion, emotional growth. Ask yourself, have you been emotionally growing here? Have you been doing maybe some healing work? Are you really, really satisfied with things right now in your life? I mean, we're looking at have you accomplished what you set out in your goals and aspirations? Are you looking at them in a realistic way? You got the challenge here on this, and this is the sun in Capricorn, which will be there soon. Couple of months, or about month and a half. It will be going into next month. It will be going into, I think, around the 23rd. Um, let's see. Well, yeah, about a month and a half. Um, Either the 22nd or the 23rd. It will be moving into Capricorn. So 2 months, really, 2 months. What are you still hanging on to? Hmm? There's some things I look at this too. There's maybe some goals or beliefs you're hanging on to that you feel like maybe will serve you. Because with the South Node, it's where we got to let go of things. So, what is it here you're still trying to hold on to have it in reality? It's something you're aspiring to do. Now, a lot of people would look at that and say, uh, greediness. You just want to hang on to things in the materialistic world in the realm. Well, that's true of some people, but it is Taurus. I'm sorry, it's Capricorn energy. Where is my damn brain at now? But you're focused on something here of controlling something. Um, Capricorn is a cardinal sign like you. So this could be objects, possessions, um, monies in some way. Um, that it's something tangible. But then the challenge is something here what you dream, a goal, a vision, or something here. Gosh almighty. Hold on 1 minute. Ding. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, but there's something here that you're hanging on to. You just don't want to let something go. And you notice with the hands here, it's like the wheel. And I hope you don't do something here um because we know do something toxic, something it's like almost if I can't get what I want, I'm going to do something that's not good because we know that the devil is the major arcana of Capricorn. It's that turn of energy. If I can't get this, you see the pentagram is up. But you see, I can also become the pentagon upside down, which is that of the devil. and that would not be good. I feel here. So let's see what's your, oh gosh. In your foundation, you've got the Seven of Swords. This is like, if I can't win it at all costs, I'm going to steal it. And I'm going to cross the boundaries and I'm going to cross the lines. I hate to say that, but that's exactly what it is. This is the moon in Aquarius. If I see it, I'm going to take it. Believe me, it doesn't serve you. It's conflict. It's a sneaky behavior. It's crossing the rules and the regulations, or something here of a boundary that we shouldn't cross. In your south node, in the past here, we got, there's going to be some disputes here, or there has been, and something here of a battling, competition. It's action, it's aggression, it's also passion. Uh, it's Leo energy, but are you playing fair with others? Are you, because it's Saturn energy in Leo. This could be with friends. This could be with like-minded people. Maybe you're arguing amongst or fighting with opinions, or what, whatever you may be doing with others. Are you instigating things here with others within your home, your family, because of your decisions that you've done, or something here you've gone against the grain of society? And it's created something here. It's like maybe people saying, you can't do that, you can't do this, or everybody, have you been listening to others' opinions here? And it's created some disputes here. Are you struggling with these other people? Other people have been waiting for something here. But it's almost like somebody here defending another person. Because this person's standing out here all by themselves. So I'm just wondering, if others have been waiting for you to do something, or what is this? It's passion. It's fire energy. But it's others here. You can see they're attacking, but it's like this person defending, this person over here, and it's behind. Um, And then these people have been waiting, waiting, and waiting. Have you been putting people off uh, in some way? Almost get the attitude of I'm going to do what I want to do. No, it doesn't matter. Y'all can wait all day or something. I mean, it's. I feel a struggle here, and this is not for all Libras. This is sort of very specific to certain Libras, because I know a couple of Libras. I know this is not them, unless they're hiding it real good. Um, uh, what is over this is hanging over you is something here of we've got this Five of Swords. And we've got the Two of Swords, so the Seven. But somebody was looking for clarity here. Somebody here is mentally stuck. They want expansion. They want growth. They're seeking something here. Answers. And they're trying to maybe creatively do this. Again, that's like the feminine energy. That's Jupiter. Now, Jupiter will go into Gemini. Let's see. It'll go direct. So it'll be next year. Next year before Jupiter goes into Gemini. I feel I'm just feeling like there's this sort of an aspiration, a goal, or something you had here, but it's not worked out the way you thought it would, because this is thoughts, this is thinking, something you didn't prepare for, something you didn't see, and it's kind of got you stuck here. Mm. We have Temperance here. This is Sagittarius. This is Jupiter. This is the sun being focused. You know, looking for that clarity in the mind, focused at something here. It's universal. It's expansion, the growth, reaching something of a goal. You can't see a clear path here because of this energy surrounding this. You're hanging on to something here. And not seeing that you're going to have to adapt in some way, but also grounding yourself spiritually. And again, I will say that Vista in that 10th house has a lot to do with with your feelings. I mean, you're one way and then another way, one way and then another way. And it's fire energy. You're going to have to make some decisions here. And you're going to have to focus on this, what you're feeling. Because I do see with the water, the emotions, the sun, and this gray area. I mean, it's like everything right here is combined into this. Because you're holding on to something here. Let's see what your energy is. Oh. Again, I look at this as Sagittarius. I look at all kings as mutable signs. Because in order to wear the crown, you have to be able to adapt to certain things to survive. And kings can't stay, any king that stays in a fixed area, or because usually a lot of people associate the kings with fixed. They're set in their ways or something. If a king is set in his ways and there's no room for adjustment, if there's no room for adjusting to whatever's going on, he's not going to survive. And we're talking about air and fire. So whatever comes, like the best thing I can say is Solomon in Scripture. He was an awesome king. You know, David's son, King David's son, because he looked at situations in a way to make the right decisions, to take the right action. And he became a great king. And knew what he was passionate about. But then knowing he had to sometimes take his heart out of something, his feelings out of it. And then there's times that maybe, yeah, he had to make a decision by what he felt, his intuition was telling him, or what was in his heart. And he had to take all of that energy of reality and his passions and his desires and the action he was going to have to take. And he had to focus at it and really look at it, because you can see all this energy that's here. And he had to adapt to be able to survive and rule. Let's see what's in your environment. You got the Three of Cups, Cancer energy, strong Cancer. Oh. And we have, again, this Leo energy, Seven of Wands. Somebody's standing up here for what they feel. The Three of Cups here, Cancer, that's your 10th house. Somebody here this is all about your environment, something in your environment here. Again, somebody's standing against something here. Something they intently believe in, that they're passionate about. And it's a harvest. Sometimes this is known as It's a jubilee time. It's a feast, sort of, and it's a harvest. It's where we've worked hard, we've done things, and now is the time to get the harvest. What seeds you planted, what has been planted. Somebody's planted something here in the past, and they really put, because this is Mars energy, Leo, and they're standing up for some just cause here. And I feel like it has a lot to do with what's going on over here. This person, whoever this is, whatever's going on over here in your environment, somebody really stood up for something. And in your outcome, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the 8, the infinity symbol. And I would say your emotions are up and down, up and down, up and down. You don't know if you're going or coming. Twos are usually about choices, decisions, and it's also the Mars energy. You don't know how to react to something over here in your environment. And it's Capricorn energy again. And it has a lot to do with this challenge. Mm. Let's see what comes out after that. This is your energy, Libra. Again, that Saturn energy. That square building something here. I wonder if this is misplaced emotions. There seems to be some sorrow here. Because one minute you're focused and the next minute it's like, yeah, you're missing something here. It's almost like you feel left out of the celebration. Somebody did offer something here, though. But I don't think you want it. It's not what you want. Let's see what the outcome is. Oh, we got the wheel here. Jupiter energy. Look at that. I knew it. I knew that sucker was not that far away. Look at the major arcanas here. Capricorn energy, justice, the world, Saturn, yeah, that Pluto energy. Um, as above, so below. I said something about, that turning around, that double energy, that pentagram. What is it you're really trying to hold on to here? Strong Saturn energy here. Or, I'm sorry, Jupiter energy. Somebody here is very, very much protected. That they're not they're not, they don't want to get trapped into something here. You're missing something here emotionally. Somebody is reaping a harvest, and you're not part of the celebration. This could be in your work. This could be, you've lost interest in goals, and this for me would be like somebody not happy with their life, not emotionally happy at all. They're having highs and lows. Let's see what spirit's trying to give you. You got the between worlds. You've got to find peace in mending something here. You gotta do some healing work here. In order to find peace, you have to do healing work. Now, your moon, right now with this new moon, this is about the last quarter of the moon. So, what you're going into now is showing gratitude for something here. Where during that last quarter of the moon, you should be giving that gratitude to what was there. Remember, oh, God, it was something I said the other day to someone um, about holding on to things when it doesn't have any value to us anymore, that we need to say thank you and show gratitude at that last quarter of the moon, which is where we've been. And I hope you did that and you just let it go. But you released it from you. It's you releasing. And I'm seeing here now as the challenge is you're not releasing something. You're still in this looking for abundance, the hunter's moon. You're still on the hunt. Um, because you're still wanting to create something. So you're between these moons of the hunter moon um, and the beaver moon of building something here. You want to build something and you're on the hunt, but you didn't show gratitude and you're not releasing anything. In order to create, we have to fix those things where there is this shadow, this darkness, this storm. I don't know what you're hunting for. I don't know what the abundance, but somebody here in your environment's like, mm-mm, mm-mm. I see a lot of healing work that needs to be done here. Um, uh-huh. Lord have mercy. Your card for healing was exactly what I was feeling. Work daily towards improving your mental health. Because I don't feel like you're in a very good mental place right now. I really don't. And what is the universe manifesting here? Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success is what you may be trying to manifest here. Maybe you had it and it's somewhere lost. because we see the in-between worlds. Mm. The door that the universe is opening for you is silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. This is very, very, I mean, when I was trying to do the reading before, I felt a lot of this frustration, agitation, um, a lot of, this would say definitely, you need to surrender something here. This thing of winning at all costs and, battling and people waiting and mm, this I would say is a very difficult time. Very difficult time. I'm kind of at a loss here. I mean, we go to 7 to 8. I mean, I feel like somebody could be saying, well, what can I do? Clear your mind. Let go of some things that you're holding on here. If it's vengeance, if it's anger, if it's whatever that's in your head, you're going to have to make that decision to let it go. Find the clarity. You've got temperance here. It's time to breathe. It's time for you to work on you, not relationships, not aspirations and goals and dreams. It's time to work on you, the self, and release things that was sort of a gratitude to you. Okay? Um, hold on a minute. All right. Okay. Um, I'm gonna give a dice for you and see planet sign house. We got Uranus. Definitely, there's some shaking up going on, unexpected, and it's in Taurus, and it is definitely dealing with the sixth house. So there's something with the past here, definitely. Uh, Uranus is in Taurus, and it's dealing with your sixth house. So there's something here with what you believe, your belief system. Oh, okay. We got the first house. Okay, Aries. Uh huh. We have the moon. We have Aries. Has to do with emotional healing. And your first house, you, the self. That's you. Like I said, there's something here of having to work. Somebody else has been working on themselves in the environment here. They've been healing. They've been taking action on themselves. They've changed. Somebody over here has changed. Okay, Libras, that's what I got for y'all. Please comment below. Please hit the thumbs up if you would. I would appreciate it. Um, Also, if you would hit the subscribe button, I'd appreciate it too. And y'all take care, and I will see y'all later. Bye for now.